choosing health insurance in Spain and the trade-offs that nobody explains. When people start looking for health insurance in Spain, they usually ask the same question: what's the best one? But in reality, there isn't a single best option, and that's where a lot of confusion starts. Because choosing health insurance isn't about finding just the best policy, it's about understanding the trade-offs involved. Most people approach like a simple comparison: price, level of cover, and maybe brand reputation. But health insurance in Spain, especially for visas and residency purposes, doesn't work like a standard consumer product. It's influenced by underwriting rules, how the policy is structured, and in some cases, how it is assessed during the visa or renewal processes. And that's why two policies that look similar on paper can lead to very different experiences in practice. The most obvious trade-off is price versus coverage. Lower cost policies can be very attractive, especially when the priority is meeting visa requirements efficiently. But a lower price can sometimes come with limitations in areas such as routine care, specialist access, or how certain services are delivered. So while a policy may meet the minimum requirements for residency, it may not always match people's expectations of what comprehensive health insurance looks like once they're living in Spain. Another trade-off is simplicity versus flexibility. Some insurers offer very straightforward policies that are easy to understand and manage, which many people prefer when they first arrive. Other policies may appear a little more complex at first glance, but when you take the time to understand them properly, you can sometimes find they offer a more comprehensive structure overall. Others may be more flexible in terms of underwriting, particularly where pre-existing medical conditions are involved, but that flexibility can come with different structures or limitations in coverage. Neither approach is right or wrong. It depends on what you value more: simplicity or flexibility, and also your medical background. There's also a trade-off that people often overlook: acceptance versus practical access. For example, a policy may be accepted for the visa purposes, but still vary in how easy it is to actually use day to day, depending on where you live. That's where factors like hospital networks and local doctor availability become important, especially outside major urban areas. This is why comparing policies purely on price or brand doesn't give the full picture. Two people can choose different insurers and both can be valid choices, but still have very different experiences depending on their circumstances. It's not really about better or worse, it's about suitability. So the real question isn't what's the best health insurance for Spain, it's what trade-offs make sense for your health situation, your location, and how you expect to use the system. And once you start thinking in those terms, the decisions become much clearer, but also more individual.